In this video, we're going to compare the greatest common factor and the least common multiple of two numbers. We're going to do that by using the list method and the prime factorization method. Let's say we want to find the greatest common factor and the least common multiple of the numbers 36 and 45 with the listing method. Let's start with the greatest common factor. Which numbers divide into 36 evenly without a remainder left over? These numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18, and 36. And which numbers divide into 45 evenly without a remainder left over? The numbers are 1, 3, 5, 9, 15, and 45. All these numbers are factors of 36 because when multiplying these numbers, let's say with their partner numbers, we get 36. And all these numbers are factors of 45 because when multiplying these numbers with their partner numbers, we get 45. 1, 3, and 9 are all common factors of 36 and 45. But the biggest, or let's say largest or greatest common factor, which we are looking for, is the 9. So the greatest common factor of 36 and 45 is 9. Let's find the least common multiple of these numbers. Multiples mean to multiply the 36 by 2, by 3, by 4, and so on. So we get 72, 108, 144, 180, 216, 252, 288, 324, 360, 396, and so on. And the multiples of 45 are 90, 135, 180, 225, 270, 315, 360, 405, and so forth. So these are the multiples of 36, and these are the multiples of 45. Which of these multiples are common multiples of these numbers? 180 and 360. And which one is the smallest, or let's say the least one of these common multiples? It's the 180. So 180 is the least common multiple of 36 and 45. What I wanted to add here is that this list never ends, because we can always add 36 or 45 to each number. But in contrast, the list of the greatest common factor ends here. Because these are the only numbers that divide into 36 evenly, and these are the only numbers that divide into 45. There's no other number which divides evenly without a remainder left over into 36 or into 45. With these two lists, we found the greatest common factor and the least common multiple of 36 and 45. Let's find the greatest common factor and the least common multiple of 36 and 45 using prime factorization. The first step is to find the prime factors of 36 and 45 with a factor tree. So 36 can be factored into 2 and 18 because 2 times 18 equals 36. 18 can be factored into 2 and 9 because 18 equals 2 times 9. And 9 can be factored to 3 and 3 because 3 times 3 equals 9. We do the same with 45. 3 times 15 equals 45 and 3 times 5 equals 15. So the prime factorization of 36 is 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. And the prime factorization of 45 is 3 times 3 times 5. The 2 2's and the 5 doesn't line up with any others. Now, to get the greatest common factor, we're going to find common factors between 36 and 45. So 36 and 45 share twice the 3. So the greatest common factor is a product of 3 times 3, which is 9. Now, the least common multiple is going to be, you can think of these all just kind of falling down into these slots here. And there's only room for one to fall down. So we would have 2 times the 2 times the 3 times the 3 times the 5. Now, when we multiply this together, that will be our least common multiple. So that would be 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 is 12, times 3 is 36, times 5 is 180. What we see here is that to be a multiple of 36, we have to have at least 36. That's our first multiple. So we need 2 2's and 2 3's. So that must be in our multiple, 2 2's and 2 3's. And to be a multiple of 45, we have to have at least 45. That's our first multiple. So we need 2 3's and a 5. Sure enough, we can find that 2 3's and a 5. So they're both in the least common multiple. But we don't have to repeat the 2 3's. We just need to write them once. That's why only 1 comes down in those places. So this was a comparison of the greatest common factor and the least common multiple. I would prefer using prime factorization rather than making long lists when handling large numbers. As usual, it's important to practice both methods so that you'll get good at them. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. This video is what I did for you. If you want to do something for me, hit the bell button, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching and happy learning, everyone.